Welcome back, entrepreneurs. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 wealth building strategies that are going to significantly give you a great opportunity to build that wealth. And if you think you've heard it all before, think again, because these 3 are often overlooked and they're the main drivers of building great wealth for you and your business. So first up, let's talk about business entity structure. Many small business owners, at the beginning when they have their idea, the thought of going to business, they straight out go and do the sole proprietor, right? And there's a lot of advantages to that because it's very inexpensive and of course it's very quick. However, we need to think about structuring a little bit different in the long game because we have the options of becoming an LLC. We have an option of being a corporation, and of course maybe if we're with 2 or more people, we can also be a partnership, right? So there are a lot of options available for you, and it's understanding, the when, the where, and the how to make sure that you're capitalizing it to keep as much money in your pocket as possible, and that's how you're going to build wealth. So let's dive right into it, and let's talk about the benefits. Number 1, tax benefits, right? Corporations and LLCs often qualify for tax benefits that are not available to sole proprietors, as you might know, right? The sole proprietor up to a certain threshold carries the self-employment tax, which is 15.3%. So there are benefits to being a sole proprietor if you don't have a lot of income, but once you're crossing over certain thresholds, depending on the state that you're in, we really have to start looking at some other options. And I think this is one opportunity where so many small business owners end up paying way too much tax, which is taking away from their wealth building opportunities, because we have to start thinking a little differently. Sometimes we get stuck with, I paid $10 and not a big deal. Maybe I should have paid $7. Well, if you're thinking dollar for dollar, then maybe it's not a big deal. But when you start understanding the power of money and the compound effect, and those $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 that you could have kept and you invested it, right? Money making money. That's a big game changer in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and of course it extended into 10, 20 years. A lot of money, a lot of wealth that can get built there. Number 2, when we look at other structures like LLCs and corporations, and I'm not giving any legal advice here, but personal asset protection. But what I really like about these structures like LLCs or corporation, it mentally forces us, right, to create separation with what's personal and what is business. So that really preserves, the nucleus, right, of our transactions that we're doing in our business, income and expenses. We're not commingling things. So that gives us a better chance, right, to save that money, keep that money, to put it right back into our business to generate more profit. So I really like it because of that separation that really exists between personal and, of course, business. Number 3 is a big one because sometimes we're going to need the banker, right? And credibility is important in the business world. And sometimes it's just easier to go to your bank, right? Go to outside lenders when we need new, capital funding, right? We need a new, product. Maybe we're buying a building. Maybe we just need more space, right? But we need money. We need capital to do that. And a lot of times investors and lenders, they like to see that, business structure that gives them a little bit more of a, warmer, fuzzy feeling to lend you some money. Second secret, and this is a powerful one, and it is smart tax planning. So it's not just about, what do I owe in taxes, or, how can I save more? How do I, pay less? It's not about any of that. It's about, developing a different mindset, right? Where instead of saying, is this deductible? Or, is this taxable income? Maybe we should start asking our questions that sound more like, how do I make this deductible, right? How do I defer this income? So we have to implement very proactive, strategies ourselves as the CEOs of our business. And of course, with our counterpart, which is probably our CPA, we have to make sure that we're building a great relationship because that's the way that, conversations happen and you have an opportunity to save substantial money in taxes if you do it correctly. And how do we do that? Let's dive in. Step number 1 is stay updated on tax laws, right? And that can be very difficult and a challenge for sure for the small business owner. And that's why, leading up to my prior comments, it's so important that you partner up, right, with the CPA, with an accountant that really understands your business, understands your goals, that they have the time to interact with you as a small business owner. You might need a little bit more hand-holding, right? That somebody's that's been in business for maybe 10, 15, 20 years. So That's number one, is understanding the law so that you can start making transactions that benefit you. Number two, make use of all available deductions, right? I always say everything is deductible as long as, right, we're asking the question, how do I make this deductible, right? So that's important because once a transaction happens, the transaction has happened. Now you have to Mickey it to try and make it fit. So when we always get into this thing of, how do I make this deductible? We're gonna win a lot more, right? So listen, things from home office deduction, right? What do I need to do to make this a deduction? I'm traveling for business. What do I need to do to make it a deduction, right? Or I'm going out. What are the, who do I need to meet? Who do I need to see? Where do I need to attend a conference so that I can make my business deductible? When we start thinking like this, guys, we're going to be, we don't need a coupon in the mail. We're going to be shopping at 40, 50%, discounts all the time because we're going to be saving a lot of money on taxes, right? That's money that goes into our pockets, money that we can just keep for ourselves or put them right back into our business. Number three is another one. Many small businesses overlook tax credits, and the power of tax credit, when you compare it to a deduction, is a tax credit is dollar for dollar as opposed to a deduction, right? A deduction, if you get a $100 deduction and if you're in the 20% tax bracket, right? It's a $20 deduction, right? Not the 100, it's $20. That's the value of it. But if you get a $100 tax credit, that is a straight $100 off your tax bill. So it's important to really get familiar with, tax credits. There's a lot of things out there that are available for you, the small business owner, that's going to allow you to really, really immediately keep more money in your pocket to build that wealth. All right, here's the third and final secret of, building wealth creation, and it's called multiple streams of income. Diversification isn't just for investors, right? A lot of people think, you have to have all this money to invest here and invest there. This is for you too, the small business owner. Trust me, this is where it starts. It starts with you understanding your business and how to broaden your base. So let's jump right into this. Number one, expand your product line, right? So look at what you're selling. It doesn't matter. It's a service or it's a product. How can you expand that offering so that you add other buckets to it that are complementing already what you're doing? Your customers, your clients, they love it. When they love it, they want more. So take some time from your business, right, to continue to innovate and see what else you can offer that's going to help them, right? Because when they help them, then they help us by us making more money. Number two, invest in passive income, right? Consider talking to your suppliers. Consider talking to your vendors. Sometimes there's this cohesiveness there where there's already a partnership, opportunities to just have other business, other wealth creation opportunities. So start, thinking differently. Wear that CEO hat and see where are the opportunities that can help your business continue to grow, right? Number three, partnerships, right? Sometimes, you have a certain skill set. Maybe somebody else has a certain skill set. Maybe somebody has a base of money. Maybe you don't have the big base of money, but together, right, you join forces. Everybody has the pluses and minuses, and you can really start, co-creating things, products, services. Maybe it's a partnership of investing in real estate, right? So maybe we don't have the money today to invest and buy a building of our own or a piece of real estate of our own, but maybe 2 or 3 people together that are like-minded, maybe you venture out and you start doing things like that, right? And eventually you split up. Maybe you continue on, but eventually from all the profits that each of you are getting, you're going to have the opportunity then to go out on your own and create your own, passive activity and other wealth building ideas. This is how you do it. And this is, believe it, it's accessible to you. It is right there. Don't overthink it. If anything, be on the lookout for it, and it's a lot closer than you think. Well, there you have it. 3 potential, just very potent secrets to building wealth. And let's recap them. Number 1 is making sure you're in the most efficient business entity structure for yourself. Number 2, smart, proactive tax planning. And number 3, listen, it's learning to diversify our income streams, right? We're maximizing our profits through, bootstrapping strategies and other things. We've got some money on the table. We can, we can put that back in our business, or we can look at other investments idea that not only are going to increase our revenues for today, but really equally important is for the future. If you found these insights valuable, please like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. And together we can start generating a machine of wealth.